What exactly is art? In this video, art is referred to as the visual kind, though with just some changes of words. These arguments could very much so be implemented into music, poetry, writing, anything else. In the modern art world, the idea that art itself is conceptually open and that anything can be considered art is the most prevalent of all. But I don't really find this answer to be very satisfying. If everything can be considered something, then the definition of something is useless and can be contended that it is simply too broad of a definition. Defining something is to categorize it with certain properties. Like a chair can be considered a chair because it is intended for sitting with properties that properly reflect the intended use. This does not mean a chair can be only considered as a chair, as at times it could be considered a table due to some mutually unexclusive properties between a chair and a table. If I now say a chair is whatever you choose a chair to be, there are no attributes that can correctly tell you what exactly a chair is. A chair could be a speaker, a pair of headphones, a pen, or even a book. The use of the word chair is thus useless, as it does not appropriately express what the conception of the chair is. So what exactly is the definition of art? How do we give art a definition that does not render it useless? We can do this by looking at the way that people consider something to be artistic. It all boils down to one thing: how it makes them feel. A person might consider nature itself to be art, as the beautiful scenery of nature touches them on a deep level. Of course, nature as a whole does not exactly express its own values, ideas, or beliefs consciously, but a person can instill his or her own subjective meaning onto what they see. This is what people consider as art. As seen, art still has a definition and cannot be considered fully conceptually open, though it still kind of is. As people can appropriately point out what they consider art or not, there is a simple metric to be seen. From this simple truth, I wholeheartedly disagree that there is not a definition of art. It is very important to distinguish that there is in fact a trend by which art is defined. The definition of art is simply this: it is something that makes someone feel something that speaks deeply and truly to them. Now that art as a term is defined, what exactly is the job of an artist? An artist is one that strives to make someone feel or think in a certain way, even if momentarily. Expressing oneself's values, happiness, sadness, or anguish through a specific sensory medium makes someone an artist. Because as art is something that makes someone feel, an artist is naturally someone that tries to accomplish that goal.